So, how do you improve your communication over time?
Practice would be one all the time, but I like feedback. I can't, nor you or anyone, be objective regarding my own style of communication because when I'm very, very impatient, I may not have a chance to go through all the steps that are important. And so in the abbreviation, my annoyance may come out. And so if someone said, "Are you aware of what you're doing? Are you upset? Did you have a bad day?" Then I can reflect. And so I want to practice how to diffuse the anger. And so the only way, or the best way of doing that, is attempt it in relation to whoever it is that you happen to observe engaging that way. And so that over time, you'll be able to pick up things that work for you. Let me give you a different example. Diffusing anger in others, I think, is very important. And so it's related to what we're talking about now. And so that I provided some work for people who write tickets, for people who park at beaches and harbors in the Los Angeles County area. And so that it isn't that the ticket writer had a problem with aggression. It was that he or she was a victim. So how to diffuse anger? I said, you start off with being factual. "Ma'am, I know how upset you are that I'm going to write you this ticket, but I need to explain to you that once I start the process of writing a ticket, which means I've already written your license plate number down, I cannot discontinue. So I'm going to give you a ticket, but I'm going to explain to you that if you think this is done unfairly, I'm going to give you telephone numbers, which are on the ticket itself, and explain to you that you don't have to agree that this is accurate. You can challenge it. And a large percentage of people who challenge their tickets are able to get away with it. So see what you've done. You've explained to the listener what you can and cannot do. So just by providing that information is something that's concrete that may get them to think that being upset is not going to lead you to anything. I was actually putting a quarter in a parking meter here in Brentwood, and the meter maid was right there, and I said, ma'am, would you come here for a minute?" And so she came over, and I said, "Look, I'm putting these quarters in, and it's not registered." And she still gave me a ticket, and she says to me, "I'm sorry, all you have to do is write the number of the machine down. Write it down, and then when you complain, you put the number down, and then they will send a technician out, and they will see that you're correct. You won't have to pay the ticket, but I still got it." You may be able to do something about it, and it's worth trying. It'll make you feel good about yourself in terms of self-regard, which is also a competency that's important. If I did my best, as opposed to nothing. I think that all of us like to feel good about ourselves. And so that in order to have a good feeling about ourselves, good self-concept, we have to behave in ways that make us feel good about our actions. If I'm disrespectful to you, I'm not going to feel good about myself at the end of the day. I will be embarrassed because of the way I responded to you. And so the motivation for me to be respectful to you is because it makes me feel good. I also don't want to feel helpless. Because if we don't feel capable, then there's going to be the depression. And so the depression then is going to lead or may lead to negative responses, which is called agitated depression, which to the observer means that the person is angry, when in fact the person is depressed.